morning, students. We are starting with our chapter 3, data handling. In the previous class, you learned about data. Now let me explain again what is data. Data is collection of facts such as numbers, words, observations, or you can say just description of things. Example, see, height of students, attendance of students, etc. These are the examples of data. In this chapter, we will learn more about data handling. Data handling means to collect data and how to arrange it. Each numerical figure in a data is called an observation. Now see, here data collection of marks of 10 students are given here. Now see, these numerical values, marks of 10 students, 10, 5, 3, 8, 3, 7 and 3, 3, 3. These numerical values are called observation. Now we will learn how to represent data in tabular form. Tabular form means table form. Now see, we will make the table like this way: marks, tally marks and number of students. Now what is tally marks? Tally marks is one of the way to represent data or observation. Okay. Now see, 3 marks. First column it is marks. So 3 marks. Now see here, how many students got 3 marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now how we will write here tally marks? See this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. And now what you will do? You will draw a line like this way. That is 5. Now see. Now we will write here number of students 5. Now see 5 marks. See here how many students got? Only 1. So we will write here 1. Write here 1. Next is 7. How many students got? Only 1. So here also 1. 8. How many students got? 2 students. So this way you will write 2. 10. Only 1 student. 1 student. Now do the total. 5 plus 1, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. Understood? Next, mean. What is mean? Mean means average of the data. We can call this also arithmetic mean. Now how to find mean? Sum of all observation divided by total number of observation. Now let us learn this with the help of an example. See, 4, 5, 3. Now sum of all observation. That means you will add 4 plus 5 plus 3. Divide by number of observation. Now see, how many observations are here? 1, 2, 3. So 4 plus 5 plus 3. 4 plus 5, 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 by 3 is equal to 4. So 4 is the mean of this observation. Understood? Next is range. The difference between the highest and the lowest observation is called range of the data. Now see, some observations are given here: 8, 9, 13, 15, 7, 6. First what you will do? You will arrange in an ascending order. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 13 and 15. Now we have to find the range. Therefore range is equal to highest observation minus lowest observation. Now which is the highest observation? 15 and the lowest is 6. So 15 minus 6 is equal to 9. This is the range of this observation. Is it clear? Next is median. Median means middle observation. So what you will do? Arrange the data in ascending or descending order and the middle observation is a median. Now, the formula to find median is n plus 1 divided by 2 observation. N means number of observations. Now see, 125, 138, 145, 118 and 122. You can arrange this in ascending or descending order. Now let us arrange in ascending order. First is 118, then 122, 125, 138 and 145. 125, 138 and 145. Here you can directly find the median. See, total 5. 2 here and 2 here. Then which is the middle one? 125 is the median. Next method is you can use the formula n plus 1 by 2. N is the total number of observation. How many observations are here? 5. 5 plus 1 by 2 is equal to 6 by 2. The third observation. Which is the third observation here? This one, 125. So 125 is the median of this observation. Is it clear? Next is mode. The mode of a set of observation is the observation that occurs most often. Now see, some observations are given here. First, what you will do? You will arrange in ascending order. 1, 2, 3, 3, 3 and 5. Now see, which observation occurs most? 3. So 3 is our mode. Is it clear? Bar graph. Representation of data in pictorial form is known as bar graph. Now see, you will draw graph on a graph paper. The horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. And the intersection point of x-axis and y-axis is called origin and you will denote it as O. Now on the x-axis, you will show name of the cities, name of the students, years, etc. And on the y-axis, you will show quantitative data. That means numerical data. Now, see here. The width of the bars should be same. See here. This width should be same. And the distance between the two bars. This should also be same. Is it clear? Next is probability. Means chances of an event to occur. Now see, there are 3 types of events. One is an event that is certainly going to happen. Example, the sun rises from east. We all know the sun rises from the east only. It will not rise from the west. That means the probability of something which is certain to happen is 1. Second is an event that cannot possibly happen. Now see, for example, to get number 7 when a dice is rolled. This is impossible because we all know a dice has only 6 numbers. So to get number 7 is impossible. The probability of something which is impossible to happen is 0. Third, an event that can happen but not certain. Example, tomorrow will be a cloudy day. It may be cloudy or may not be cloudy. We can't say that it is cloudy. An event that can happen but not certain. With this, we complete our introduction here.